Welcome to 12th League Daily, the sharp daily roundup of football news. We open with last night's Real Madrid win over Celta Vigo at the Santiago Bernabeu. After two consecutive defeats in La Liga and briefly losing the top spot, the Merengues finally reassured against a Celta side in fine form, winners of 4 on the bounce. It was a very open game that Real didn't fully control, and it was Valverde who stole the night with a salvatory winner in the 95th minute. AS splashes the headline, "Until the end, that's Real," a reference to that late winner which decided the match. For the paper, Real stay alive in La Liga thanks to their academy and to that lucky stoppage time strike from Valverde. The Madrid side are now just 1 point behind FC Barcelona, who travel tonight to San Mamés to face Athletic Bilbao. Same tone at Marca, which emphasises that Real cling on to the title race thanks to a last-minute goal, a game that could have swung earlier in Celta's favour when Aspas struck the post in the 88th minute. Marca applauds Madrid's character against a solid Celta team. As so often with Real, the victory is marred by refereeing controversy. A probable foul by Real seconds before the action that led to the second goal was reportedly not checked by VAR, therefore the Madrid goal stood. Claudio Giraldez, Celta's coach, fumes. There's a clear two-footed foul on Fer Lopez at the start of the action that leads to Real Madrid's second goal. Neither the referee nor VAR made a decision, but I think the foul was obvious. On the Real side, Álvaro Arbeloa plays down the debate and focuses on the essentials. Winning like this is the best way to celebrate the club's anniversary. What do I think of the performance? I think we won the match, and that's what matters. That's our football. There are still plenty of points to take, 33 to be exact. It's still a long way, and every game will be a battle. Over in Catalonia, attention turns to one of the trickiest away trips of the season, San Mamés. Sport headlines "Tension at San Mamés." Barca, forced to react after Real's win, expect a hostile atmosphere. Hansi Flick will have to cope with numerous absences such as De Jong, Balde, Koundé and Gavi, and is counting on 2 youngsters from La Masia, Espart Xavi, right back, and Cortez, defender, to cover those gaps. Mundo Deportivo calls it the leader's test at San Mamés and reports the return of Robert Lewandowski as well as the possible start for Gavi. Hansi Flick tempers expectations and readies his side mentally. Bilbao have a very good team, one of the best in the league. I don't necessarily look at their recent results because every match is different. It won't be an easy game, especially away from home. At San Mamés they are a different animal, and that's what we expect. As for my team, we're doing well. The atmosphere is excellent and the players work very well in training, which makes me very happy. On the institutional front, the press also highlights the fight for Barcelona's presidency. Victor Font positions himself as Laporta's rival with a punchy slogan quoted by the papers: "It's the past versus the future," which, according to them, sums up the 15th vote that will pit the old Barca against the new and exciting project. We head to France where PSG suffered a heavy 3-1 defeat to AS Monaco at the Parc des Princes. Monaco, currently 5th in Ligue 1, secured a 4th consecutive league win and displayed a cold realism against a PSG side lacking solutions. L'Équipe sums it up harshly: Paris in the blues. The paper points to a tactically disoriented and worryingly toothless PSG, a glaring lack of aggression and a tendency to be out-muscled by a hungrier Monaco, particularly in midfield, where Zaire Emery and Vitinha lost their bearings. PSG nevertheless remain top with a 4-point cushion over their nearest rivals, but they go into their Champions League last 16 tie with Chelsea on Wednesday, 11th March, without much comfort. Luis Enrique says the problem is more mental than physical. "I want to be optimistic to try and regain our level. The problem mental? Clearly. Confidence is something you don't buy at the supermarket. You have to take it day by day, match by match. Right now, we are clearly struggling. It's up to us to correct that. I want to be optimistic with my players." On the other side of the Alps, Corriere dello Sport puts Inter Milan on the front page with a potential 21st Scudetto in sight. If they win the derby against AC Milan tomorrow night, Inter could open up a 13-point gap, an almost decisive lead in the title race. The paper highlights the youth and daring of Esposito, the Inter hot prospect presented as the man for this clash. Already on 4 goals and 6 assists, he embodies the Nerazzurri's hope. From the Rossoneri perspective, La Gazzetta de Sporto singles out American Christian Pulisic as a key figure to counter Inter. Already the only goalscorer in the previous derby, Pulisic carries Milan's hopes. The Rossoneri must win to stay in the title race. The day also saw Naples beat Torino 2-1 in the opening match, a game marked by the comeback of Kevin De Bruyne, who came on after 132 days out injured. Corriere de Sporto headlines Emotion Napoli. Under Conte, the club registered a second straight win and moved within a point of Allegri's Milan in the table. Alisson Santos and Elmas scored for Napoli, while Casadei pulled one back for Torino. In Tuttosport, Luciano Spalletti is celebrated. In an exclusive interview, former champion Fabrizio Ravanelli compares Spalletti to Marcello Lippi, calling him the ideal man to launch a new victorious cycle at Juventus, while admitting there are things to correct. These remarks come as a contract extension for Spalletti at Juventus appears imminent. His current record stands at 14 wins, 7 draws and 6 defeats in 27 matches. In England, Daily Star Sport sounds the alarm for the very delicate situation at Tottenham, a historic Premier League club now perilously close to the relegation zone. After a 5th consecutive defeat to Crystal Palace, Solanke's words are chilling: "Show some backbone or we are doomed." Mirror Sport echoes the sentiment. Tottenham sit just 1 point above the drop zone with a record of 7 wins and 14 defeats in the league. 9 games remain and their margin for error is tiny. Ironically, the club is still competing in the Champions League last 16 this season. Also across the channel, Daily Star Sport lashes out at Manchester United with the headline "Take a hike, Sir Jim," after the club announced a 5% increase in ticket prices for the 2026-2027 season, another rise, adding to a series of successive increases. Fans reacted angrily. The club defends the move, stating it aims to bring Manchester United back to the top of national and European football, and to continue investing in the squad and facilities, while accounting for inflation and rising costs. In Portugal, Arbola runs the headline "The Knife in the League," underlining Sporting's ambition for the running. Coach Rui Borges demands a pragmatic, intense and aggressive team to hit their targets. Currently second, 3 points behind leaders Porto, Sporting prepare to face SC Braga in matchday 25 of the Liga Betclic. Jose Mourinho, on the other hand, still searches for a big scalp since his return, and he has a chance tomorrow against leaders Porto. For this clash, despite Bednarek's injury, Thiago Silva is fit and could start. The veteran Brazilian has praised new coach Francesco Farioli's incredible energy, despite the small age gap between them. O Jogo focuses on the tension around Braga versus Sporting, calling it a high-risk encounter and a crucial test for Sporting in the Mino. This showdown precedes the big classic Benfica-Porto tomorrow. On Suarez's form, the Braga coach joked about lighting a candle to keep the striker injury-free, while Carlos Vinches of Sporting expects a match of extreme intensity. The messages are clear. It's going to be fiery tonight. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you soon for the next episode of 12th League Daily.